This special presentation of The Oprah Winfrey Show is brought to you with limited commercial interruption. It is supported in part by the new AT&T, committed to education.
I'm here in Poland at the Auschwitz death camp, where it's estimated that 1.1 to 1.5 million people perished here in the Holocaust, most of them Eastern European Jews. It is here, right here, on this track, railroad track, leading into the camp, that a young teenage boy arrived in a cattle car with his family, friends, and neighbors in 1944. That young boy, Elie Wiesel, lived to bear witness to the evil of man.
How many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years must a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before...
September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. World War II was underway. On the order of Nazi command, Jewish families from across Europe were forced from their homes and sent to concentration camps. Thousands of these camps had sprung up throughout Eastern Europe. They were run by Hitler's private army known as the SS. In a small Polish town stood one of the most notorious camps, Auschwitz, a massive complex spanning 6,720 acres of land. That is larger than 5,000 football fields, almost half the size of Manhattan. Auschwitz consisted of 3 large subcamps: Birkenau, the point of arrival, and main death factory, Auschwitz I, the torture center, and Buna, the work camp. It was 1945 and the war was nearly over, with Germany in defeat. When American and Russian troops finally liberated the remaining camps, all they found left behind were the dead and the walking dead. Prisoner A7713 from Szeged, Hungary, Elie Wiesel, was just 15 years old when he was sent to Auschwitz. Years later, he would write his first-hand account in what has become one of the single most important books of our time.
Wiesel and his two older sisters were liberated in 1945 by the advancing Allied troops. His parents and youngest sister were dead. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1986.
My friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
How many years must a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're